Hey guys, I hope you're all doing super well. Today we're going to be chit-chatting about William's 4-month update. You guys probably won't see this for a couple more weeks, but I am filming it in real time. He is 4 months old this week. And I say it every single month, but it's crazy. He's growing so fast. And honestly, this month has been just all over the place. This kid has been all over the place. The month started off pretty rough. He had this week, this random week. He was just super fussy, and he was also refusing to nurse on occasion, which we thought was really odd. I was worried my milk supply was dipping again because I just regained it back. But there really wasn't a reason. We couldn't find a pattern. He just wouldn't accept me. He would only accept the bottle. It happened about like once a day or so. Because of that, and because I've been out of the house, you know, way more often because of work, we did have to supplement just for a couple days there with some formula. We did change to a new formula. It's called Booby Milk. I'll link it down below. It's supposed to be modeled closely to breast milk. So babies are supposed to have an easier time digesting it, especially if they're going back and forth from breast milk to formula. And honestly, he has been doing so well on it. He doesn't spit up at all, which if he has other formulas, he spits up like crazy. So he seems to like it. But like I said, we only used it for, you know, a couple days here and there when we needed to supplement. But after a week of refusing to nurse, super fussy, didn't want to be put down, didn't want to sleep ever, he just all of a sudden like flipped a switch and he slept for 3 days. Like we couldn't get him up. He just napped and napped and napped. And he must have been going through some crazy growth spurt, because after those 3 days, he was a happy little camper again and doing his normal thing. He's becoming so much more self-aware. I mentioned in my last update that he was looking at his right hand. Well, now he's looking at both hands. You know, he's kind of reaching for things a little bit more. And then there was a couple days there, I don't know why it stopped randomly, but he was just petting his head for a couple days. I guess he was discovering his hair or something. It was honestly the cutest thing ever. He's also been super interested in books, which before he would, you know, glance at the picture and whatever, there was a book in front of him. But now he will stare at the pictures. And he definitely likes those books with the high contrast colors in it. There's the cutest little book my friend Jazzy got him about this snowball. So, you know, it's about snow, so it's all white, and then the letters and all the illustrations are, you know, black. So he just loves that book, and it's actually the cutest story ever. I will link that down below for you guys too. If you need a little gift during winter or something, I'm not kidding, this kid will stare at this book forever. It's insane. And then he also is starting to communicate with his toys. So before he would look at his toy, you know, whatever. Now he's reaching for it, and he will just reach for it and talk and talk and talk. He has a couple little stuffed animals that he just loves to conversate with, and it's the cutest. It's the cutest. At his 4-month doctor appointment, he weighed 15 pounds and 3 ounces and is 25 inches long, which they're both about the 40th percentile. One's 39, one's 40th. And the doctor's like, that's perfect. You want to see those numbers, you know, pretty close together. So no issues with that. He is still in 3 to 6 month clothing and size 2 diapers. Other like body things. He's starting to create earwax, which I don't know if that's weird or not, but I've never noticed him having earwax in the past. Maybe he did, but you know, now I see it. And I don't know why. It's kind of satisfying and fun to clean his ears, but anyway, besides the point. Yeah, he's more mobile, he's doing more things, he's outside more, and he has earwax now, which is good. His ears are cleaning themselves. He does have cradle cap, which he has not had in the past, which cradle cap is pretty much just like dandruff or really dry skin on the baby's scalp. Not really sure why it's popping up because nothing has changed at all. If it looks super bad, then I go ahead and just take the Tubby Todd all-over ointment and just rub it on the spot, and it seems to kind of help overnight while he's sleeping, moisturize, and hopefully that'll all clear up soon. A couple random things that I wrote down before we get to the sleep category. I know you want a sleep training update. I wrote down nip lash. if you know what I mean. So he is just so into the world and so into wanting to see things and learn things that he gets distracted so easily. So if Will's in the room and he's nursing, Will say something and William will just, you know, pop off, look at Dad, smile, want to chat, come back to eating. And he'll do this if there's any sound in the room, if I get a text message, if, you know, anything. So just niplash, just very sore, you know, not fun, but whatever. I just try and nurse quiet, let him focus, and hopefully he'll grow out of that soon. Then something that is definitely new is he's kind of having a little like stranger danger phase, I think. Nothing too crazy, but he hasn't really been around many people lately, you know, just grandmas, grandpa, and us really. But we had a couple friends over for the Super Bowl, and just kind of, we saw some friends trickled in over the month, and he is not too sure about people outside of his little group. He seems okay at first, and then his little lip will pop out, and then he'll go, and then he'll just start wailing. I think he's just like, wait, I don't know you. I thought we were having fun, but I don't know you. As, you know, he warms up to them, he's fine in like 20 minutes with that particular person. But it happened with pretty much every single person that he met over this past month. So I think he's just a little weary of strangers, and he definitely loves Mom and Dad. I'm gonna have to say, he loves us so much. If we're in the room, he's normally a happy camper at this stage anyway. Okay, so now for his sleep update. For the majority of the month, he was still having his normal sleeping problems, just wanted to be held during every single nap. And at night, he wanted to co-sleep with us, but we would put him in his bassinet about half of the time, and he would wake up maybe twice a night. If you want full-on details of all of his sleeping habits at that point, you can go back to my last video, which was his sleep training video. We just started sleep training. As I'm filming this, it's been a little over a week. Yeah, like 9 days. We did it right at the cusp of 4 months. January was a long month, so technically, week-wise, he's been 4 months for longer than he's actually been. Does that make sense? Anyway, so we've only been sleep training for about 9 days, and we have seen such an improvement. He goes down in his bassinet for every single nap now. However, every nap is 30 minutes long. He's a cat napper now. I'm down for the night between like 8:30 and 9:30. We want his bedtime to be, you know, a little earlier than that even, but he refuses to go to bed earlier than that. So we're sticking with that for now. He doesn't always go down easily, but sleep training has helped immensely. Immensely. And there's a couple nights he doesn't cry at all, and then there's others he cries more. So we're just still figuring it out, still early on in the sleep training deal. But at night he's only really been waking up once around like 3:30, and then one other time, and it's just so much nicer. He used to wake up for, you know, 4.5 hours. He's definitely giving us longer stretches at nighttime now, and he's waking up consistently around the same time. Before, it would be like 3:30 in the morning, it's time to be up, let's party. Or it could be 10 a.m., I'm awake for the day. It was so fickle, it was all over the place. Now, he's up between like 7:15 and 8-ish, somewhere in that range, and he wakes up happy, just sitting in his bassinet, cooing, chit-chatting with himself, and it is just so nice to not just wake up to screaming randomly, whenever. You just don't know when it was gonna happen. So sleep training has been awesome for that. I think that's pretty much all of his updates I have this month. Let me see. Yeah. As far as my update, I don't have too much. Mainly just that my milk supply is back, which thank goodness. But I am getting nauseous when I breastfeed. I already mentioned that earlier to you guys. I am feeling, you know, somewhat like myself. I know in my last update I was like, I'm back to normal, I feel great, which I do, but I am kind of having some soreness down there, contemplating making a doctor's appointment, or maybe it's just, I don't know, maybe it's nothing. The only other real thing that I thought was kind of cool is, you know, the midline, what's that called? Linea Negra, is that what it's called? I don't know. The midline you get when you're pregnant, that line has been there for, you know, months, and it's just, I think, almost gone. So took about 4 months for that to fade. Thought that was interesting, but not much is new with me. I'm just really still trying to balance being a mom, working, seeing how that meshes, while still somehow getting some sleep in there. I will see you all in the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you guys then.